What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Rebuilding Deportivo, a series where we're taking Deportivo from the bottom of Spanish football back to the glory days at the top. If you're excited for today's episode, which is a mid-season report episode where we look at the season, how it's going overall, hit the like button down below and then hopefully you enjoy the video. So let's get straight into it. I'm on camera today because I'm going to try and keep myself on camera for my videos now. I feel like it makes more sense, especially with the new style of editing I'm doing. So as you can see, in case you're new, this is your chance if you're new to the series to jump in and have a look what's going on and catch up on the episodes if you missed any. Obviously, you may not watch everyone, but I encourage you to do so. And you can get an idea where we're at, my thoughts on it, what I'm trying to get towards and build towards. I may also discuss it in this video as well, but if you want to see the journey up to this point, playlist on the screen here somewhere, where you can, watch it and, do the YouTube thing. So, excuse me. So, as you can see in the league table, we're currently 9th in the table. We are currently doing very well this season. I'm very pleased. Look at our goal difference of plus 16, which is we'll get into these stats in a minute. But I'm very pleased with how things are going. And they said to us mid-table, and I think we're probably going to do that, honestly. But my thing is, I always struggle when I get promoted to get teams, when I get promoted from the lower division, to do well next year. And this is very much against that trend. I think the title's gone. I think the second place is gone. The playoffs are still doable. We can still get the playoff spots. We've just got to really be more better than we have been. More consistent, really. We dropped silly points like the Gunners. I still have a thing with my team dropping points against teams who outperform in the bottom 4 or 3 or whatever in relegation zone. I don't know why it keeps happening with my teams. I don't know. But we beat Valladolid in this episode, then we lose to the Gunners. It should be if the results were going to go where I thought they were going to go, it'd be way around. Lose to Valladolid and then beat the Gunners. But it is where it is. So I'm very happy with this. Main thing is I was focused on getting clear this spot down here. Again, I'm saying this now, and I'm pretty sure you can see the... Can you see the mouse cursor on the screen? No, you can't. Can I change this on my settings to show the mouse cursor? Don't think I can I? It's just on there and you just can't see it. No, so I need to find out how to get this on the screen, because this would be really handy, wouldn't it? So what I'll do is just the bottom of the table. We're doing well to keep clear of these guys at the bottom of the table here. I'll put my cursor over Oviedo, and I'll check so you can see the mouse cursor or not. I think you can, but it's not showing up on videos. So yeah, very happy with how the season's going. The cup, obviously, we're not that bothered about yet because we're not even near that. And we've got Yeclano, who are in a very, very low division. So we should beat them quite comfortably, in theory. But yeah, very pleased. 20 games in. He said to be 20 games in, you'll be 9th in the table with like a, what is it? 10 points would be 23. So it's like 16 points clear-ish of relegation zone. I'm delighted with that. I don't think we'll get pushed down the relegation zone. I really don't. I think we'll win enough games to maybe get the playoffs, honestly. But I'm very pleased with that. The finances are in the red, but we're still within budget for everything. We've got a bit of chance of budget here. I'm working on some deals to get it out. Speaking of finances, the takeover still not happened yet. There was a talk about board takeover again, but nothing's really happened yet, which is disappointing. Because I was hoping to get the dream of a tycoon takeover, which I never had on YouTube before. Actually, never on FM before, honestly. So yeah, I'd like to have that as a thing, where we can get a see what changes with the club. I mean, the debt we have at the club is £51 million in debt. Transfer debt is 51. When was this? So that loan was done when I was here. That £38 million of it is not mine. But I'm not bothered by that. £51 million in debt, I'm not that concerned. Because we've got a lot of young players and we are moving players on who are a bit older. And we'll get through this kind of things well. Some of the players that are going to move on. So very pleased with that. Development centre, we've got a lot of good talent in here. Being this guy here, this striker. I think honestly, I think it's time to move him to the first team, honestly, and move on with other guys. I think this could be something we do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this now to some of these guys. I mean, this guy here as well, I think he deserves to be in the first team as well, and start to move these guys forward. So let's move these guys into the first team now, because I think we've got to start moving these. Yeah, no. Is he not? He's in. Yeah, he's in. Okay, why are you not letting me? Okay, he should be there now. Yeah, there he is. So yeah, I think people like where's that striker gone? Oh, there he is. I'm an idiot. But yeah, I think something like him should be in the first team, because you look at people like the guy who is really annoying me is Lucas Perez. I think we should move him on. He's 36 years old. I'm not using him. He's got good finishing, but we can bring someone else in who suits us more and get the wages off the book. So I'm going to move him on, actually. I'm going to do this on screen right now. I don't see the point in keeping him around. So you bring him off and you put Martin Ochoa on the bench. And you just do this. You take out Perez. Oh, I can't do it yet, but I will do this at some point when I can. But I think that's the smart move, honestly. I think that's a smart move. And then this guy here is young. I get that. But again, he's got decent potential, and I would like to bring him in and try it out. So look at him. It's the system here. We've got a young defender here again. I'm not sure. I mean, this winger here looks decent as well. I think, again, is he going to improve that much? Probably not. So we need to make a decision on some of these guys. And honestly, guys, your thoughts down below in the comment section is always welcome. On feedback on which guys would you want Davinci to keep around. I'll go through them all actually on screen here so you can see them. I mean, he looks like a promising striker again as well. Again, let's bring him into the first team as well. I think we've got to, bring him to the first team. And of course, all these guys need to be registered at some point, which I will do when the registration opens and it allows me to do so. So we need to obviously, look at these guys and start moving on the older players who I don't want to keep around, or I'm not too keen on, and promote the youth talent. It's just next match they can't be registered in. Oh, right, because is it because they've got a game literally coming up? I think it probably is, isn't it? Because you look at Dev Center and fixtures, they've got a fixture on the 7th of December. Is that maybe not then? Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Not important. But again, moving these guys forward into the first team is probably a good idea. And moving players on where we can. And speaking of moving players on, we are looking to get rid of Pablo Vasquez. Lack of pace on that wages is quite high, so he's going to be moved on at some point. I'm looking at people like this guy as well. Again, I think the wages are high. I'm not using him. It seems like a waste of money, so I'm trying to move him on. I did agree a fee actually with him at one point, but then he turned him down. He's a bone midfielder who can't tackle. It makes no sense to keep him around at this point. And then this guy here, he wants to consider his options in his contract. I want to try and move him on because I need to have a decision on this guy because we need to know. Because if he's not going to stay around, I need to move him out of the first team. And honestly, I'd play him wide right. So honestly, what I'm thinking of probably doing is what's these guys' weak foot like? Reasonable. He's just not using him at all, and just having his backup options. Honestly, so like you put Soriano on the bench, for example, for him, and just not using him until he decides what he's going to do. Because he's not amazing, honestly. He's okay, but I think young players could do better than him, and he's on a decent wage. I'm not going to bend over backwards to keep him. And when I've got talent I can bring in. I don't play much anyway, so I'm probably ending up... Guys down here are probably going to be guys that I'm back up for a reason. Young players or players that are going to be like... again, I'll just highlight these guys down here like this. There we go. It's easier, isn't it? These guys down here are just going to be options, backup options, or very young talent, and you can come in and out of the team. So if you're in this list consistently in this section here, you're in danger, or you're a young player who's not really getting much time at the moment. So this guy wants to leave. Got him a free transfer so I can get decent money for him if I decide to move him on. I don't want to move him on, but it's just the main player of this team. I think is the main talent that I think is Mariano Soriano. I've got to use this guy more on left wing, I think, because he's so good. I used Simao a lot there, but I need to use Soriano. I think he's the guy to use because he's got so much talent and so much ability, and he's so quick, and he's got a bit of growth in him as well. I think he's the guy to use. His contract is under 2026. He's got a £2.1 million release clause in his contract. That may consider. Oh, Cadiz want to sign him. Are they in our division? They are, aren't they? You know what? I think it's worth looking at his contract and renewing it. I think, because I want to get. Actually, it's a look now. We want 6 to 7 grand a week. 5 to 7. What's he currently on? Okay, it's not that bad. It's not release clause. I want to be a bit higher, and just get this out of here. I don't like putting promises in contracts. I don't like doing it. He wants 6 grand a week. Take that out. £4.2 million release clause. Make it 5 million. Lock it to that. And take that off. Extra year. 7k a week. Can we get it to 6 point? Can we get it to 6.5? Perfect. That £5 million release clause is it's a good amount of money. I don't think we'll get much higher than that if I try to negotiate. I just want to keep this guy. I think he's really, really good. I like him. So yeah. Hugo Rama, love him. Frustrated hell out of me, but doing really well. So I'm very pleased how things are going. Now the club vision is interesting because they delighted their vision mid-table. Oh well, actually delighted I'm currently on top half, but this is they want attacking football, but I'm playing position football and dominating most games I play with. So surely they should be happy with that. I mean, I get they're not happy with it because it's not what they want. But when you see the fact I'm defensively solid and I'm mid-table, surely they should say disappointed, but we don't mind it. It's funny, it's bizarre, and also I forgot to mention we have got training facilities being improved, which is good. It's really, really useful to get those. Oh yeah, I'm a sucker for doing that, by the way. I'll do this all the time. I'll keep asking for it. I know I can't get it, but I'll keep asking for it. We do have an affiliate now, which is something I did mention in the previous episodes, which I'm going to bring up now. Where is it? Here we go. Wrong button. So Barcelona. Did we get that report done? I could have sworn we got a scout report on these guys. I'm sure I did this. Clearly not. But yeah, I mean, what I might do is just do this. Do it manually like that. It's in our range. We're in Spain, so do it manually and see what players come up as options. Maybe we can go and sign. Mind open to all possibilities, of course. So the tactic that we're using, in case you're wondering and new to the series, is essentially this. It's a 4-2-3-1 with 2 inside forwards and an attacking myth and a striker who is absolutely loving him. It's just 10 goals he scored, and he's mobile as well. I love him. He's not the best striker in the league, though. Actually, I think he's decent. He's in a decent position for goals in the league. So look, yeah, he's joint third. He's 3 goals away from getting like top scorer, so that's good. And Samal's down here as well with 5, but I think Soriano will get more if he played more games. So I'm very pleased with how this is going, this tactic. The tactic is solid. We keep possession most times more than any other team. The only downside with this team, and it is a frustration, is that they have consistency issues. Now, it comes mainly from taking our chances in front of goal. We get a lot of times we lose a game. It's not down to the fact we don't keep the ball well. It's because we don't take our opportunities. And I think adding more goals to a team is going to be handy. We've got Still's got 10, but you look at the goal scores that we've got on the right hand side of the screen here. Next one is 5. I think Soriano should play more and will get more goals the more he plays. I think if you put the game, Soriano's played like 14 games, he's got 5 goals. You give Soriano 14 games, I'm pretty sure he scores more, but again, he's got no composure. Which now I'm on the screen here, I'm going to change this. He's playing inside forward left, so let's work on that. On attack. So work on that. Additional focus. Where is it on here? Is it in the final third? Nope. I want to increase his. I want to increase his composure. Oh, it's on. Okay, it's on. Cool. Okay, I thought it was underneath there. It makes sense to be on it there. But yeah, keeping him round. Don't care about his wages. I think he's fantastic. I've just got to remember he ain't strong. But yeah, this tactic is. I think tactic. I mean, obviously, guys, I'm not an idiot. I'm not an arse. If you think this tactic's got a massive issue with it, please point it out. But obviously, I encourage you to watch the episodes back, especially this season, so you can see the games more. So you can get in. It might help you find out more about tactic when it's in use. I do try and put a lot of episodes in there where a lot of highlights are in there for you guys to watch, so you get to see enough. But you got to also balance it out between episode length. So if it gets to 25 minutes, that's the max I'll do. So I've got to be careful. The key thing would be getting a cup final and against a decent team, and we dominate the game. And you can see what the workings with it. But yeah, in my head, I've got a really good system in my head of where we're going with this. I think the tactic's solid. What I need to do is just bring in better quality players to fit the system better. And looking at a glancing view here, one thing I'm concerned is the lack of central defenders. But I have done a deal for Marco Moreno, who's coming in. Good anticipation, good decision making, good heading, good marking, good tackling. He's going to come in. It costs us barely anything. It costs us like 60k, 59k exactly, if I'm precise about it. So yeah, I'm very happy with this season. And it's the first time I've done a save like this where I'm building a team and I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere with them. I'm fully aware this could go down the Swanee very quickly, especially with this guy managing them. But I'm still very pleased with how it's generally going, and I think I'm very happy with that. So, in terms of what the plan is for the next episode, so because I'm not going to sit here for how long are we talking for? 18 minutes. I'm not going to sit there and dwell too much longer. It's late at night anyway, for example. It's going to be, I'm going to do these games off camera here. So obviously, ignore the friendly. So we're going to do Cadiz, then that team in the Spanish Cup, then Tenerife off camera, then come back. These 4 games off camera. There we go. And you still see the episodes. You still see those games. The games I do off camera, I still play them and record them. I still commentate on them. You just see the goals from them. If it's no draw, you don't see any of the game. It's just, the show is there. So I'll do those 4 games highlighted there off camera. Ignore the friendlies, and then we'll come back for Burgos and Eibar, and then we'll see where we're at that point. So yeah, that is basically how things are going so far. I like doing these videos because it gives me a chance to air things out and talk things throughout the craziness of an episode with a live com in it, or 2 live comms in it most times. And also gives you guys a chance to catch up on the series, and also gives you guys a chance to give your thoughts on, mate, what you said there is bang on. If you do that, that's exactly what I would do. I think you're on the right lines there. Or, no, mate, don't use those guys yet, loan them out, or do this, do that, or change something. It gives me feedback, because I'm open to feedback always to help the series out. Big teams I can usually work out myself because I have the money to just alter things, and it's just a matter of, it's a bit easier for me. These kind of series are what I want to try and get myself better at doing, and I think they're more enjoyable to watch for you guys. Obviously, it's a very specific niche team that not everyone's going to be doing. But the idea of doing 2 saves like this, one big team, one small team, the big team is more clickable and noticeable. But then while you're here, you're like, oh, he's doing a small team as well. So it's all linked together and all kind of hopefully merges together and helps out. But I'm very pleased with how this is going. I think we can do better though. And if you've got any thoughts on that, let them in the comment section. So I'm going to leave it there, guys, for today. On the screen now, maybe not straight away, because end screen's hard to do because the timing is not exactly the same what YouTube wants, whatever. So some point now on the screen there's going to be links to a video for my Keylight series, and link to the playlist for my Stars of Tomorrow series, where Stars of Tomorrow is a series where I do one look at review. So if you enjoy this video, hit the subscribe button to check out all that other content. Like the video as well, I really would appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.